All right, Sarah, I'm gonna need your help.
To go unmute them.
Pull them in.
Okay. I'm gonna
I
go.
know it's gonna be a little while. We got quite the docket.
I'm gonna go fix the courtrooms real quick.
I'll be right back, Judge. I'm finishing up that plea. I just wanted to make
Fine.
sure I was set up. Okay.
You're fine.
Judge, can you hear me on this one?
I can.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. Will Coleman be joining us?
Your Honor, she should be. I talked to her earlier. I sent her the Zoom link. She's aware she needs to be there. Do you mind if I give her a quick phone call?
I'll move on to the next case.
All right.
All right.
All three of number 3, 4, 5, they're all in person with attorney.
Henry Loyo. We're on the record 23 CR 234-842 State of Texas versus Henry Loyo. If I could have the interpreter raise your right hand to be sworn in. You solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly and accurately translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Counselor. Oh, I cannot hear you. Can you unmute yourself, please? There we go. All right. Last time we were here on this case, you had stated you needed an immigration consult. So
Yes,
tell
Your
me
Honor.
going on, but wait for the interpretation.
Y bueno, la última vez que se presentaron, usted me manifestó que necesitaba una consulta de migración.
Yes, Your Honor, and I have since gotten an immigration consult from my office's immigration attorney. In speaking with my client following that, we have decided to accept the state's offer of a deferred adjudication. We are going to set up a date for a plea.
Sí, su señoría, y desde entonces he consultado con el abogado de migración de mi oficina y hablamos vamos a aceptar el trato de la aplazamiento de la condena.
Sarah, if you could give him a plea date, please.
I have July 23rd at 9 a.m.
Would you be able to be
Is it
here? July
Tuesday?
23rd?
Sí, entonces la fecha de declaración será para regresar. Será el 23 de julio a las 9:30 de la mañana.
All right. July 23rd, 9 a.m. That's going to be your plea date.
7:23, julio 23, perdón, a las 9:30. Ese va a ser la fecha donde usted presenta su declaración.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gracias, señoría.
All right, your client's free to go in that case.
Su cliente se puede retirar en este caso.
All right, Salazar, is this the only case we need an interpreter for?
That's mine, Your Honor. Let me go get him.
No, we've got one more other interpreter case. We'll get to that in just a few, okay? Hang
Yes,
tight.
Your Honor. Of course.
I'm not sure if that one submitted an ISR.
I'm sorry?
I'm not sure if that case has submitted an ISR form.
I thought we were supposed to be Salazar.
Okay.
Was it sure too? Yeah, I have like 3 in a row. I'm sorry. Okay. So, Salazar? Have a seat over here.
We're on the record in 23 CCR 235-249, State of Texas versus Logan Salazar. Counsel, give me an update.
Your Honors, the state has made an offer of retail theft diversion program on the case. My client intends to accept it. He's just trying to get together the $300 to sign up for it.
Okay. Well, next setting is 9/26, and that's a pretrial conference. He needs to have it done by then.
I will have him signed up for it as soon as he possibly can, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Your
Thank you.
client's free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then
Bashoyan,
I'll be right back, Your Honor. One last one. I got actually.
we're on the record in 23 CCR 236-024, State of Texas versus Oleg Gaboyi Bashoyan. Counsel, give me an update.
Your Honor, the state has made me an offer for him to do a BIP class and dismiss. I have given him a list of different places that provide the BIP class that are acceptable for probation. He's going to get started on that as soon as possible, have it done and completed.
Thank you for the update. Your client's free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who is the attorney for Dearmas?
It's the PD's office. Nobody responded who was attached to it.
Okay.
And I do not see them in the waiting room either.
Your Honor, I had discussed that case with Ms. Sopcich earlier. So I believe Ms. Sopcich is the attorney of record on that case.
Ms. Sobchak, are you the attorney of record on Deer Moss?
I am, Your Honor.
Is your client going to be here?
He should be. I hate to keep telling you that. I did talk to him earlier and he said he'd be there, but he might be having some technical issues. If you need me to put me back in the waiting room, that's fine. I can try to get in contact with him.
Well, you'll need to get in contact with Mr. Deer Moss because he is not in the waiting room.
Okay.
But Rogers is. I know Rogers is yours as well at the top of the docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're on the record in 23 CCR 236112, State of Texas versus Michaela Rogers. Ms. Sobchak, give me an update.
Yes, Your Honor. So Miss Rogers recently pled to a felony charge that is going to end up being a PSI hearing. The PSI hearing is scheduled for September 25th in the 458th District Court. I've reached out to Colin. I think we're going to try to hopefully get this resolved with the PSI hearing, but I believe Colin just wants to confirm with the felony prosecutor as well.
State.
That's correct, Your Honor. I haven't been able to discuss the matter with the felony prosecutor yet. I wanted to touch base with them before I gave defense counsel any definitive answer.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the update. Your client's free to go. Ms. Sobchak will come back to you once your clients show up.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll go ahead and I'll give him a call right now.
Twenty-three CCR 235655, Eris Perez. Mr. Elliott?
Yes, Judge. I just spoke to her a couple minutes ago and she didn't have the Zoom link. I sent it to her, but I don't know. Internet's not working right. But I spoke to her less than 5 minutes ago. This is one that the state is been trying to get over the victim. They've tried 5 times. They'd like to try one more time. If they can't get a hold of them, the case is going to go away.
Well, let's see if your client shows up.
You want me to get her on speakerphone or you want her to see her live face?
No, I'd like to see her, so let's
All
see
right.
if we can get her on.
All right.
You can always come down, use our equipment. We'll come back to you. Sarah, help me out bringing in the next person on these cases. I don't have a Charles Herbert or Wright. And then are they in the courtroom?
Wright is in person. I'm not sure about the attorney.
Hello, Judge Charles A. Bear and Morgan Wright.
All right, we're on the record in 23 CCR 235438, State of Texas versus Morgan Wright. Counsel, give me an update on the case.
On tomorrow, we are submitting a pretrial intervention packet on the accompanying felony for this case. And it is our hope that that will be a global solution to all the cases.
All right, next status is going to be on, well, no, pretrial is going to be on October 10th. So it needs to be resolved by then.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, y'all are free to go.
Defendant James is in person, but Attorney Washington will not be here.
Save that for last. Move on to the next case.
Sorry, Judge, I got number 8 here in the room, if you need him.
Number 8, is that,
Jordan James.
all right. Your attorney's not going to be here, Mr. James, from my understanding. You're free to go. I'm passing your hearing. You're free to go.
Just contact your attorney.
I provided number 9's attorney with the Zoom link before lunch. She is not attending, but he was supposed to appear.
Whitey, let's move that next one.
Whitey, okay, I'll get that one in the courtroom.
Is Miss Anderson with the defendant?
I don't believe so, Judge. I believe it's just the defendant, but let me go check, double check.
I don't have the attorney.
I have the defendant here, but we've not heard from the attorney, Judge.
Let's wait to see if the attorney shows up. So just hang tight. We're gonna move to the next case.
Which one are you doing next, Judge?
They're via Zoom.
Okay.
On the record, 23 CCR 235-597, State of Texas versus John Paul Castro. Mr. Barrientos, if you give me an update.
Yes, Your Honor, the plea bargaining process is actively ongoing. I anticipate it'll be resolved probably in about 10 days. We just need some clarification on some of the terms.
All right, thank you for the update. Line of free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Might be excused.
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Judge.
Afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. All right, we're on the record, 23 CCR 234-689, State of Texas versus Alejandro Morales. Mr. Lane, give me an update.
Yes, Judge. I spoke with Mr. Scoville either yesterday or a couple days ago regarding this case. We're still waiting on the labs back. The labs came back initially and there was no alcohol in them, so they were sent off for toxicology, and we are still awaiting those.
Also, with his interlock device, he's been locked out of his interlock device. The officer told me that she finally got 2 reports from A&A this morning, and they said that he has been given unlocked codes to be able to drive his car, and they don't want to wish to be a vendor anymore. So I'm recommending that he have to switch to another vendor that can monitor his case more often.
He's been
Okay.
given codes? What? I'm sorry, what does that mean?
Another vendor, because A&A, they're asking to be removed from the vendor list and that's who he's going with. They haven't been sending over his reports or anything. So we're just recommending that he switch to another vendor for his interlock device.
All right. He needs to switch to a new vendor within 48 hours from today.
So he has to incur the cost of taking the old one out and getting a new one installed because this vendor is incompetent?
Well,
I don't know what to
asking
tell
to
you
be-
on that one. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're asked to be removed from the vendor list, so I guess.
they don't want to even be part of this anymore.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's gonna incur the cost.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
Thanks, Judge.
Let's get that other interpreter case in.
Judge Miss Barr is here too.
Give me a minute. We're on the record 23 CCR 236271, State of Texas versus Ricardo Martinez Rodriguez. The interpreter is still under oath. Mr. Lopez, can you hear me?
Ken López, ¿me escucha?
Would you
I can hear you,
provide
Judge.
an update on this case, but please pause for interpretation.
Yes, sir. So, we have an offer of a class for dismissal.
Tenemos una oferta de una clase para una desestimación del caso.
I have sent the certificate to Mr. Scoville.
Le he enviado el certificado al señor Scoville.
So I'm just waiting on a response.
Así que solamente estoy esperando que él me responda.
Scoville?
Judge, I received one certificate. My understanding is there were 2 classes required as a condition of the plea. The email I received, I guess just a little bit ago, it appears to just be 1 class. So there's still 1 class pending.
Sí, bueno, su señoría, entonces yo recibí un correo electrónico de un certificado de una clase, pero mi entendimiento que en el convenio resolutorio se exigía 2 clases. Entonces, recibí un correo electrónico hace esta tarde y aún falta una certificación porque son 2 clases las que se ha pedido.
Okay. Mr. Lopez, have your client finish the other class and hopefully wrap it up by the next status conference on August 1st.
Will do, Judge.
Señor López, por favor, aconsejele a su cliente que termine en la otra clase y esperamos que todo esté solucionado. Lo esperaremos el 1 de agosto.
You and your client are free to go.
Usted y su
Thank you,
cliente
Your
se
Honor.
pueden retirar. Gracias, señoría.
Ms. Zapata, thank you so much for your assistance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice afternoon.
You do the same.
Hello?
Cox, when you're done driving, I'll bring you back in.
Yeah. Well, I'm just getting ready to pull over. I was in court in JP Court. I'm waiting on a light to turn into a gas station. It's either that or I gotta drive all the way back to the office. But
Well,
I'm
hang
just,
tight. I'm going to bring in another case and then we'll come right back to you.
okay. Oh, brother.
All right, we're on the record. 23 CCR 235-655, State of Texas versus Aris Bettis. Mr. Elliott, give the court an update.
Yes, Judge, this is one where the state has tried to get hold of the victim 5 times. They'd like to make it number 6 before they throw in the towel and dismiss the case. And I mean, I'd like to have it over, but I understand they want to try one more time. So that's where we're at on the thing. They've given me discovery. I've signed for it. I got to pick up the disc today. And I think the prosecutor is going to file the discovery compliance order when we get off the hearing today.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Do I leave? Do I
You're
leave
free
the
to go,
Zoom?
ma'am. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
We're on the record in 23 CCR 231570, State of Texas versus Andrew Long. Mr. Cox, why don't you give the court an update?
Judge, we're separate trial, pre-trial in October and trial in October. We've got discovery. Right now, we're proceeding towards trial at this point. That may change, but right now we're proceeding towards trial.
Okay. We'll see you back on in person on October 10th.
All right, thank you.
You're free to go. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235514, State of Texas versus Christopher Moore. Mr. Venza, if you give the court an update on this case.
Your Honor, my client has an intoxication assault case that's pending. The state had been waiting to relay an offer on these cases until the resolution of that case. It's still pending. He had court last week. It was reset due to the hurricane. I don't know exactly what date it was reset to. It's in the 434th. So that's pretty much where we're at.
Okay. Well, it sounds like felony will resolve this matter. So next status conference is on September 12th. Your client's free to go. You hang tight, Mr. Venza, because you've got the next case as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're on the record, 23 CCR 236298, State of Texas versus Yosio Zavala. Venza?
Yes, Your Honor. The state, via Ms. Chapa, has recently made a plea bargain offer on the case. I'd like some additional time to discuss it with my client before the next setting. So if we could just wait until the next setting, hopefully we'll have it resolved by then.
All right, thank you for the update. Your client's free to go. Speaking of Miss Chapa, is she going to join us, Mr. Scoville?
Your Honor, I'm covering for ADA Chapa. She sent me notes on all of her cases, so I'm up to speed on everything.
Okay. All right, next case is yours as well, Mr. Venza Benitez.
Yes, Your Honor. I
One
think it's
second.
safe.
Let's get your client on.
Yes, Judge.
All right, we're on the record, 23 CCR 236075, State of Texas versus Lori Benitez. Go ahead, Mr. Venza.
Your Honor, it's safe to say that we're at an impasse on this case at this moment. It's possible that they may change their mind, the DA's office, but we are at an impasse for now.
Okay. Next court setting is August 1st with pretrial on November 7th.
Your Honor, if I
Thank
may.
you.
You may.
Mr. Venza, according to my notes, there's additional discovery that's been ready since April. That additional discovery has not been picked up yet.
Your Honor, I believe that I've viewed that at their office, but I will certainly pick it up.
Very good. All right, you and your client are free to go. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Number 19 is in person.
Okay, Rodriguez, Ernesto Rodriguez. All right, we're on the record in 23 CCR 235 272 and 279. Mr. Stevens, give me an update.
Judge, I saw the ADA in person this morning. We've reached a deal that is acceptable to everyone. The state just needs to double check his CCH, which I believe is going to be a negative CCH. When he confirms that, we'll accept their offer. It's going to be probably a retail theft diversion program and a dismissal of the other case. Just waiting for the state to confirm that, which should take them no more than a day or two. If he should confirm that, we'll get into that program as soon as possible and get a new date, compliance date.
All right, very good. You and your client are free to go. Thank you for the update.
Thank you, Judge. Okay. Was that accurate, Gavin? Should have been.
That is accurate from Colin's perspective.
I'm sorry, Colin.
I'm sure Gavin would say the same, but yes.
I meant you. All models look alike. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. We're on the record, 23 CCR 235506, State of Texas versus Christy Macias. Mr. Brushy, if you'd give me an update.
Yes, Judge. We received the contract for the DWI diversion. I did review that with my client. She has a scheduled date. It should be July 25th to go in to meet with the diversion office to go ahead and get that signed. Then she'll go ahead and enter into that program.
Outstanding. All right. Well, that should be before her next setting. So once she enters the program, you'll get a compliance date from the court. Thank you for your update. You're free to go.
Yes.
Mr. Bachan, can you turn your video on? Mr. Bachan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're on the record in 23 CCR 234543, State of Texas versus Delaney Reed. Mr. Bachan, give me an update.
We're negotiating with the prosecutor, and I need one more reset.
Well, you've got your reset. Your next setting will be pretrial on 10/10. So you've got some time to figure it out.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for the update. You and your
At what time am I supposed to be there?
That's at 9 a.m.
Okay.
It's an in-person docket on October 10th. Pretrial conference.
Okay, I have one more case.
That case is on arraignment for last Friday. So they're supposed to appear this coming Friday.
Okay. Which case am I in here on today?
Reed?
Delaney Reed?
Reed?
Yes.
Okay, and Anna Lopez is for what day?
Friday the 16th at 8:30. I'm sorry, Friday the 19th at 8:30.
10/19 at 8:30. Okay. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. You're free to go.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Am I able
to speak?
Ms. Reed, you're free to go.
Oh, I have one question, Your Honor.
I would direct the question to your attorney.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Next one just took a plea at 1:30.
Yes, Stone is next then. All right, we're on the record in 23 CCR 231799, State of Texas versus Chattel Stone. Mr. Monks, if you give the court an update.
Well, good afternoon, Your Honor. How are you today?
I'm very good. Thank you for asking.
I've just got an offer from Mr. Scoville, reference this matter. I have not had a chance to visit with my client about this. If we could have a week or two to see if we could resolve it or present a counter, I think we'll be in a position to get it settled.
Okay, well, you're going to have time. Your next setting will be on August 15th. That's a pretrial conference in person at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, may it please the court? I hate to say this, but my son's birthday is August the 16th. He's a major in the Marine Corps. And
Congratulations.
I'm supposed to go out to California to see him on that day. And so I think that I would be changing my marital status if I missed that.
Why don't you and your client come on down to the court? We'll give you an amended docket control order for that reason alone, and give you a new date for pretrial and trial.
Yes, sir. So what I need to do is just come to your court?
You and your client both, please. So your client's going to need to sign off on the paperwork.
I got it completely, and we'll get on that right away. Okay?
You can come during the arraignment docket Friday morning, or you can try to make an appointment with Ms. Toller to come by.
Well, Ms. Toller has always been nice to me, so I think I need to be nice to her.
I think so. That's always that's always a good idea.
So, Your Honor, I tell you what, let's keep what we've got now, and then I'll go ahead and get in there and get that new order, okay?
All right, very good. Thank you.
Your Honor, have a great day. It's good to see
You
you.
do the same. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Bye-bye.
Defendant is in person, but I don't see.
On the next case,
Yes, sir.
Alexander Harris. That's the defense attorney?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move to the next case after that.
Yeah, good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm here.
Oh, very good. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235975, State of Texas versus Peggy Franklin. Counselor, why don't you give me an update on this case?
Yes, sir. We have been offered and we're accepting. She has been offered to apply for the Safe Start program. We're just waiting on a TRAS date and we'll go ahead and get that interview scheduled.
Okay. Well, I try to get it done as quickly as possible. Her next hearing date is on 8/1 for another status, and then pretrial on November 7th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may.
You may.
Sir, please try to schedule a TRAS as soon as humanly possible with Miss Peggy Bijou. They are a little booked up, and especially given the fact that the county was closed last week, they're going to be trying to play catch up. So getting an evaluation scheduled may take a little bit of time. So please hop on the ball sooner rather than later.
Yes, I emailed her already so I'm just waiting on the response.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Cheek, good afternoon. We're on the
Good
record
afternoon.
23 CCR 234849 and 23 CCR 235871, State of Texas versus Christopher Hanna. Ms. Cheek, give me an update.
And my client should be on the line as well. I
Yes.
spoke with Ms. Chapa just this morning. She's presented an offer. My client wants to discuss the offer with his felony attorney as well regarding how it would affect his probation. So we're still talking about that, but there is an offer on the table and we're considering it.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can wrap it up by the next court setting. Thank you.
I hope so too.
Thank you for the update. Your client's free to go, but don't you leave. I've got another case, Castellon, or you've got another case, Castellon.
Yes. With Ms. Castellan, she also should be on the Zoom. I don't know.
We'll bring her in right now. Hang tight.
Okay, great. Okay. There's
Hold
an
on, hold on. Let's get her fully on
okay.
before you.
Okay, sorry.
All right, we're on the record in 23 CCR 232335, State of Texas versus Lorena Castellon. Now go ahead, Ms. Cheek.
Okay, all right. So the same thing with Ms. Castellan. There is an offer on the table. However, it's from, I believe, December. So I have to get with the state and see if that offer is still good, and then talk about it again with my client.
Mr. Scoville, would you like to jump in?
Yes, Your Honor. I do see on the file that an offer was tendered back on December 4th. It looks like there was I don't know what kind of substantive conversations have been had with defense counsel and then other ADAs. That being said, I will definitely review this case as soon as humanly possible and then send defense counsel an email.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you, Ms. Cheek, for the update. You and your client are free to go.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You do the same.
Hello?
Mr.
Good
Metz?
afternoon.
Good
Yes.
afternoon. One
Good
second
afternoon.
while we wait for your client to fully connect. We're on the record 23 CCR 234-899, State of Texas versus Jesse Escamilla. Mr. Metz, why don't you give the court an update?
Yes, we are nearing the end of this case, trying to work out a resolution. I believe the state, I've already talked to my client about the offer that they made. And we talk to the prosecutor about a counter offer that we have for them to see if we can work this case out. So if we had to do another setting, well, we would have to do another setting. We can have an in-person setting and work this case out.
Next setting is on September 12th for a pretrial conference at 9 a.m.
That's fine. That would be fine.
All right. Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you. Have a good day. Stay safe.
I do not have either attorney or client for the next.
We'll come back to that case. Mr. Nassif.
Hi, Judge.
Good afternoon. Let's get your client fully connected and we can start.
Okay, I believe we
All
have
right.
two.
Yeah, you've got two on there. We're going to start with Caceres first. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235-933, State of Texas versus Monday Caceres. Mr. Nassif,
Yes, Judge.
go ahead.
So where we are on this case is that the state made an offer yesterday. I'm discussing it with my client. We will probably come back with some suggested modifications to it. The issue is my client lives in San Antonio, and so we need to look at seeing if we can get his probation done in San Antonio or transferred to San Antonio.
Well, I think Ms. Sparks, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it depends on the length of the probation.
Yes. And when
If
we
that's
do,
even the case, if it's probation.
yeah. And what we'll do
It's
is
a-
transfer, transmittal, and then if they accept it.
All right. Well, Mr. Nassif, you keep negotiating with the state. If you have any questions regarding the transfer of the probation, I suggest you talk to Ms. Sparks.
Very good, Judge.
All right. Your client is free to go. We're going to move to your next case, Ward.
And on that one, Judge, I believe we're waiting for an offer.
Okay, hold on. We're on the record in 23 CCR 231-879, State of Texas versus Jonathan Ward. Now you were saying?
That we're waiting for an offer.
Mr. Scoville?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm looking at the file right now. It looks like no offer has been tendered. There's been multiple investigative requests put in. It looks like there's either missing body cam or missing dash cam. So at this point, I believe an offer, we were just waiting to make an offer until we were sure that we've received all media from the agency.
Are you going to make an offer then to him?
As soon as I can put eyeballs on this file, Judge, and then I can do my due diligence to make sure that we're not missing any media at that point in time, an offer will be made.
All right. This case is coming to an end very shortly because pretrial is on 9/26.
Yes, Judge. I'll make it top priority.
Very good. All right. Mr. Nassif, thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
I don't see Ms. Sparks. You want to move on to Maldonado?
Zand is filling in for Miss Sparks.
Who is?
Attorney.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. I couldn't get it unmuted in the video.
All right. We're waiting for your client to fully connect.
Yes, sir.
We cannot get your client to connect, Mr. Zand, so we're going to come back to you. Move on to the next case.
I do not see defendant.
Ms. Phoenix, is your client with you?
He's not with me, Judge. But I did send him an email last night to remind him that we had court this morning or this afternoon.
He's not in the waiting room. Do you want to try to get hold of him real quick?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Okay. I'm putting you back in the waiting room. Why don't you reach out to him real quick?
Okay, thank
Let's move on to Laren.
Stuck on joining for attorney.
He's having issues. Move on to the next. Bam.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235145, State of Texas versus Ethan Washabu. All right, Mr. Pham, give me an update.
Your Honor, Mr. Washabu has enrolled in the BIP course. He's already completed 4 classes already. He's making progress, Your Honor.
And when will he complete the course?
I believe it's 18 sessions, so he has 14 more. It's once a week, Your Honor.
I'll see you at the pretrial conference. We'll discuss how much time he needs at that point. That's on 9/26 at 9 a.m. That's it.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Y'all are free to go.
Thank you.
Am I up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, just can't see you.
I'm not sure why. Okay, start my video maybe. I was on Securus talking with a client. Maybe that interfered. Let me make sure I'm out of that. Stop video. Let me restart it.
You might have a cover on.
Oh, oh no, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, I just had to push the button a few times, I guess. Okay.
We're waiting for your client to fully connect.
Ah, okay. He is in the waiting room, right?
He's on here.
Oh, okay. Having technical issues similar to me, I assume.
It looks that way.
Nobody can have issues similar to mine. I've cornered that market. So how's the day treating y'all? Everything good?
We are doing well, just busy trying to get through this docket.
Oh, yeah, I imagine. Well, mine should be easy. I mean, I can go and apprise you. The state's made a defensive driving and decision-making skills class and dismissal offer, which we are doing. Client's already done defensive driving, so he's going to do a little decision-making skills class online next week, knock it out, and be done.
So the case will be dismissed next week.
Next week or the week after, whenever he can schedule that online class. I don't know about the scheduling availability of it, but certainly before next docket.
All right. Thank you, Mr. McClure. You and your client are free to go.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
All right, we're on the record in 23 CCR 234305, State of Texas versus Kentrell Butler. Martin, give the court an update.
Yes, Judge. At the last setting, I needed to review the discovery that has since been done, and my client just needs a little time to make the payment for the PTI.
Well, he's got until 9/26 to come up with the money.
Yes, I believe he'll have it paid by the end of the month, and we should be started with PTI prior to our pretrial conference date.
All right, very good. Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good one.
Let's go back to the top of the docket. Start with Coleman. All right, we're on the record, 22 CCR 226258, State of Texas versus Aretha Coleman. We're here on a motion to reinstate. Ms. Subject, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. So Ms. Coleman was set for arraignment docket, I believe on June 28th. Ms. Coleman informed me that morning that she was having some transportation issues, that her most reliable form of transportation was her mom, who had recently passed away. She was able to secure an Uber to get to court that morning. However, by the time that she was able to be on her way to Fort Bend, docket had wrapped up for the morning, so she was unable to make it on time. Since then, I have had pretty regular contact with Ms. Coleman. She's kept up with me in terms of her status. Another update for the court as well is that upon speaking with Ms. Coleman, I have learned of a few issues and I've brought them to Ms. O'Jury's attention. So she will be being transferred to our mental health division as well, with the hopes of hopefully helping with transportation and her ability to get to court. So at this time, I would respectfully ask the court to reinstate her bond and give her a chance to make an appearance in docket.
State.
State's unopposed to reinstating the bond, Your Honor, especially given the fact that the defendant will be transferring over to mental health court.
All right, motion's granted. When are we getting her into court?
Sorry, Your Honor.
When are we getting her into mental health court?
Judge, I believe when I just spoke with Ms. O'Jury, she was getting assigned to the new mental health prosecutor. I need to follow up. I guess whatever date works for the court, I can just make sure she gets in there if there's a mental health docket coming up. I don't know if you
Sarah,
guys
what's our
have-
next docket?
We have July 25th at 2:00.
I'm sure we could do that, Your Honor.
July 25th at 2 p.m. it is. I want to see her in there.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
You're free to go. Well, she's free to go. Let's take care of Rogers next.
Rogers was done, Judge.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's,
I'm
is
sorry.
it Dearmas?
Who's your other case, Ms. Subcheck?
It's Jari Dearmas.
Dear Miss. Yeah, yes.
He said he was able to log in. I know he was having some technical difficulties.
Is it Dearmas?
He pronounced it Dearmas to me. Your guess is as good as mine, Your Honor. Judge, I'm trying to call him to see if he can connect, but his phone is not ringing at the time. So I just sent him a message. Is it his audio or is it his camera that's not? I know
he's not. He's not connected via
okay.
camera or audio at this point in
Audio.
time.
Okay.
Well, no audio. His camera's turned off. Let me put it like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
I've sent him several requests asking him to start his video.
Yeah,
That
and
was
nothing. Okay, and I'm having an issue getting in touch with him. I've tried to call him now multiple times. It's just going straight to voicemail. I know with this one, Judge, he is set for a pretrial conference, I think on Thursday. I think because of the status docket getting pushed back, he's also scheduled for the 18th at 9 a.m. Do you want me to try to get him to appear at that docket on Tuesday in person? If he can't connect, obviously I'd rather him connect, but just seeing that he's scheduled on Thursday as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sounds good. I'll make sure he's there at 9 a.m.
Very good.
Okay, thank you, Judge. May I be
Pass
excused?
it. Well, yes, you may.
All right, thank you, Judge.
The next one is number 9. Attorney had an emergency, so they will not be here. Jose Muniz.
Jose, what?
Muniz? Number 9?
Muniz. Okay. Bring him in. Mr. Muniz. Can you unmute yourself? Mr. Muniz, can you hear me? If you can, I'm just letting you know your attorney had an emergency. We're passing today's hearing. You're free to go. We'll see you at the next court setting, which will be on October 10th. All right, Lori Anderson's case, Wychee.
Okay. Hello, Judge.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
I can. We're on the record in 23 CCR 235-493, State of Texas versus Thomas Wychee. Okay, Ms. Anderson, give me an update.
Okay, Thomas he's been doing very well. He had a little blip with his bondsman. I think you had failed to call in or something like that. He straightened all that out. I think that happened back in May. He's been back on track since then. He has been working steadily for the last 2 years. He's been doing really well with that. And I don't think you've had any positive UAs or anything like that. So he's been really behaving himself and trying to get through this. We are ready to resolve this, hopefully at the next setting. And so that's our goal. I don't think we've had a formal offer on this yet. Judge, the one thing I wanted to ask is, I know that you said that any mitigation packets needed to be done by today.
You need to have, your pretrial conference is on October 10th. So you need to have that resolved by that date.
Okay.
You can submit your mitigation packet later, but it needs to be, an answer needs to be from the state by that date.
Okay, I was just going to say that I was
going to. Bill, can you get them an offer?
Your Honor, an offer was tendered, a dismissal offer was tendered in February.
What?
What? Can I take that today?
Can we take that right this minute?
It's a drug offender education program plus forfeiture of the weapon, and the case will be dismissed.
We will definitely take that.
Forfeiture, that mean I can't get it back?
That's right.
I don't care.
He doesn't care. That's fine. Then we'll do that.
Okay, so send me
get him enrolled in the course, in a course quickly.
Okay.
This case will be resolved very soon.
Okay, will you send me is it a particular program you want him in?
Most of our classes go through American Integrity courses. So
can he do it at BHS across the street?
It's online.
It's online. Okay, will you send me the link to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do that? Okay, we'll get him enrolled, Judge. We'll get that done.
Very good.
Yes, that's
You and your
perfect.
client are free to go. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Enamorado. Do we have them, Sarah? In the courtroom or in the waiting room?
Not that I see.
Can I have the bail? Well, do I have a motion from the state?
I'm sorry, Judge, which case is this?
Juan Enamorado, cause number 23 CCR 235881.
State moves for bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Let me have the bailiff call the name 3 times, please.
No answer at 354, Judge.
Thank you. Ooh, it's an FTA. And am I correct in what I'm seeing here? It's an FTA, no bond.
I'm showing a bond from October 2023, Your Honor. This is the same one. 23 CCR 235881, Juan Enamorado.
Yeah, I've just found it. Do we have bond conditions? Yep. Okay.
They would request all previous conditions remain.
New bond set in the amount of $3,000. All previous conditions shall remain in place.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go to Cooper.
I'm sorry, so noisy. I didn't realize you was still in court.
All right, we're on the record in 23 CCR 236565, State of Texas versus Jermaine Cooper. Mr. Zan, if you'd provide the court with an update.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. So yesterday, I don't know what time, and I could give you an exact time. Ms. Chapa, she made an offer on this case. I haven't had a chance to convey it as well as the collateral consequences to Mr. Cooper to see if that's something that he wants to do. But I didn't know if Ms. Chapa would be here today, and we submitted a mitigation packet when this case was formally a felony, and that mitigated it down to a misdemeanor. I didn't know if Ms. Chapa, she wasn't the attorney originally, had a chance to review that mitigation packet. But in talking with her, I wanted to also see, it's been since I think December that we submitted it, if we can supplement basically this year and where Mr. Cooper is right now in life to, give a better picture of the more current now. So I would like to speak with her after talking with him and conveying the offer, Your Honor.
Okay. She's not here right now. Tell you what, I'll make note of everything stated and you can contact her after docket.
That sounds
Mr.
great, Your
Scoville,
Honor.
unless you have anything you can provide to Mr. Zand.
No further information, other than an offer was conveyed. That being said, I'm typing up notes for 88 Chapa that I'm gonna send her after docket, and I will include, a note that you want to touch base with her about possible mitigating materials.
Thank you. Thank you both. That she should have in the file. When I've looked at Mr. Cooper's misdemeanor case, I've seen the packet in there. So if she's had a chance to review that, as well as us providing mitigation from that point to the current day.
I'll take note of it.
Okay. And that's it for me, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Zan. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Cooper, we can go. Thank you.
Is Phoenix any luck getting hold of your client? Oh, you need to unmute yourself.
Okay, no, sir. I
State.
called and left a message, but he didn't, no one answered.
State moves for bond forfeiture, Your Honor.
Bailiff, if you'd call the name 3 times. Now, I don't see a bond on this case at all.
So enter at 4 o'clock.
Thank you. Any bond conditions requested?
I see a bond on this that was filed in October 2023, Your Honor. Let me see if there's conditions. They would request all prior conditions remain.
What's the previous bond amount?
Previous bond amount was $500, Judge.
All right, new bond set in the amount of 1,500. All previous bond conditions shall remain in place.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Phoenix, you're free to go.
Thank you, Judge. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
You do the same. All right, Mr. Haney.
Afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. We're on the record in 23 CCR 236042, State of Texas versus Veronica Laren. If you provide the court with an update.
As far as I know, I've gotten everything, but tell you the truth, we didn't get lights until Monday, and so I'm a little behind on things. But I haven't talked to the prosecutor since the last setting, and so I'll probably get a handle on that, so I can tell by the next one I'll know where we are for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, your next setting's August 1st. It's another status. Hopefully you can have an idea of where things stand by then.
Yes, sir, for sure.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for the update. You're free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You do the same. All right. That should conclude docket. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.